guys. I'm always Mr. Grimreaper 2. Don't worry about the makeup. It's all okay. But anyway, I'm going to give me and Dark Knight etc. I'm going to give you another review. This time we're going to give you our review of the 1987 neo-western horror film, Near Dark. Now this film is directed by Catherine Bigelow. It stars Adrian Pastor, Jenny Wright, Lance Henriksen, the late Bill Paxton, may God have mercy, may God bless his soul, Jeanette Goldstein, and Tim Thomerson. And yeah, so we're gonna go through the plot, and we're gonna talk to you about what we think. We're gonna give our thoughts. I think this is one of the ones you have never seen, right?
Nope, I have not.
Okay, so we're gonna go through the plot here. I'm gonna try as hard as I can. I want to use clips, but I don't know. But I don't know if I'm gonna get if I use clips, if I get in trouble or not. I don't want to get in trouble for copyright, so that's why I'm not. I want to use clips so that way he can understand what the fuck's going on with the movie. But you've been kind of sort of getting the plots, have you?
I have.
Okay, so I'll just do it like how I always do it, and we'll talk about give our thoughts about the movie. So
what is it again?
Huh?
What is the movie again?
Near Dark.
Near Dark.
Near
Dark. Thanks.
As in, you're near me, and I'm gonna punch you in your fucking face. Yeah.
Near Dark. I think I got it. Yeah, near. That's right. Okay, because that's in here. Okay, I got it.
All right. Okay, so the movie starts out with one night Caleb Colton, played by Adrian Pastor, a young man in a small town, meets an attractive young drifter named May, played by Jenny Wright. Just before sunrise, she bites him on the neck and runs off. The rising sun causes Caleb's flesh to smoke and burn. May arrives with a group of roaming vampires in an RV and takes him away. The most psychotic of the vampires, Severin, played by the late Bill Paxton, wants to kill Caleb, but May reveals that she has already turned him. Their charismatic leader, Jesse Hooker, played by Lance Henriksen, reluctantly agrees to allow Caleb to remain with them for a week to see if he can learn to hunt and gain the group's trust. Caleb is unwilling to kill to feed, which alienates him from the others. To protect him, May kills for him and then has him drink from her wrist.
Oh, wow.
Jesse's group enters a bar and kills occupants. They set the bar on fire and flee the scene. After Caleb endangers himself to help them escape their motel room during a daylight police raid, Jesse and the others are temporarily mollified, with Caleb asking Jesse how old he was and told he fought for the South. Caleb's father, Tim Thomerson, searches for Jesse's group. A child vampire in the group, Homer, played by Joshua John Miller, meets Caleb's sister, Sarah, played by Marcy Leeds, and wants to turn her into his companion. No. But Caleb objects. While the group argues, Caleb's father arrives and holds him at gunpoint, demanding that Sarah be released. Jesse taunts him into shooting, but regurgitates the bullet before wresting the gun away. In the confusion, Sarah opens the door, letting in the sunlight and forcing the vampires back. Burning, Caleb escapes with his family. Caleb suggests that they try giving him a blood transfusion to attempt to cure him. The transfusion successfully reverses Caleb's transformation. That night, the vampires search for Caleb and Sarah. May distracts Caleb by trying to persuade him to return to her while the others kidnap his sister. Caleb discovers the kidnapping and his tires slash, but gives chase on horseback. When the horse shies and throws him, he is confronted by Severin. Caleb commandeers a tractor trailer and runs Severin over. Damn. The injured vampire suddenly appears on the hood of the truck and manages to rip apart the wiring in the engine. Caleb jackknives the vehicle and jumps out as the truck explodes, killing Severin. Seeking revenge, Jesse and his girlfriend Diamondback, played by Jeanette Goldstein, pursue him but are forced to flee in their car as the dawn breaks. Not wanting Sarah to become another childlike monster, May breaks out of the back of the car with Sarah. May's flesh begins to smoke as she is burned by the sun, but she carries Sarah into Caleb's arms, taking refuge under his jacket. Homer attempts to follow, but as he runs, he dies from exposure to the sun. Jesse and Diamondback, their sun-proofing ruin, also begin to burn. They attempt to run Caleb and Sarah over, but fail, dying as the car blows up. May awakens later, her burns now healed. She too has been given a transfusion and is cured. She and Caleb comfort each other in a reassuring hug as the film ends. Okay.
Wow.
Alright, so let's talk about this in a way. Does this movie sound familiar to you? Okay, so if it does sound familiar to you, some people are going to say, well, that kind of sounds like the Lost Boys in a way, because a girl does, if you remember the Lost Boys, the same thing happens, only it's not a vampire family. In that one, it's a gang of vampires with Kiefer Sutherland as the lead vampire and stuff like that. So, but there are similarities between Near Dark and the Lost Boys, in a way. But as far as everything else goes, there are some scenes in this movie. I really want to show y'all guys the clips, but I don't know if I should, because if I did show off the one for when I did my review for Tales from the Hood. I did show off one clip, but I'm scared that if I show off a clip, then it's gonna get copyrighted. So I have no idea what to do. But because I want him to see what goes on in the movie. That's the reason why I wanted to do clips, because I've never done clips before. But anyway, as we're talking about here, okay, so I love Bill Paxton as a vampire, especially when there's a part in this movie when they go into the bar and stuff like that. He's all like, he's nuts. He's nuts as a vampire when they go into that bar. And all that stuff. And he just goes completely off the fucking wall. Insane. When he kills the bartender there is scared out of his mind and thinking, what the hell, who the fuck are these people, you know what I mean? And he's trying to kill Bill Paxton's character and stuff like that. And so he just kills Bill Paxton gets up on the bar, and you know those kind of boots that have that what's that word? What's the word am I looking for? It's like a little round thing that has like spikes on it. I forget what they're called.
Yeah.
I forget what they're called. But he uses the spikes on his boot to slash the bartender's neck, and it's gory as hell. So let's talk about how we feel about the movie. So pertaining to the plot, what did you think of the movie otherwise, dude?
Well, judging by the plot, I can tell how this movie is really it's gory. For me, I know Bill Paxton too. He's a good actor. How I got to know about him was he was in one of my favorite movies, as many of you know out there, called Twister, where he plays the storm chaser. Anyway, so long story short, him as a vampire, wow, never thought I'd actually see that reading the pub that this movie here, knowing that he was a vampire. And the way the plot goes, my goodness. A lot of killings and a lot of gore. So yeah, maybe one day I'm gonna give this movie. I actually want to watch this movie because I do want to see for myself what this movie's about, how this movie goes. But like the reading here, though, looks like it looks like it could be this is a good movie, and it has what it has. You know what I mean? And this is the year I was born. I was barely born in '87, so yeah. So that's how come I don't know much about it because I was born in that year. And so anyway, but yeah, this movie looks like it's a good movie. And like I said, Bill Paxton is one of the great actors, and yeah, I think he plays one of the best vampires yet here in this film. That's what I say.
Yeah, I love Bill Paxton as a vampire, and I think that he is a good character that he played. That his character was wildly insane. His character was completely off the wall, and they did him justice. They did him justice completely. But yeah. What did you think of What did you think of the relationship between Caleb and May?
Caleb
and the I guess the daughter. I guess that's what her name is.
Yeah.
May is like the female, the young, much younger vampire.
Yeah.
Like, what did you think of the relationship between her and Caleb?
Well, as you can see here at the end of the film, they're actually hugging. So you're sharing a hug. I guess they may have some kind of relationship in it, and that makes you, it's funny they're hugging each other. It makes you wonder what is going to happen with those two. What kind of relationship do they have? Well, if anything, they were to maybe make another film in this. What would we see in the next film? Would they see the relationship between those two blossom even more? You know what I mean?
I think you kind of lost my point that I was trying to tell you, but that's okay.
Sorry, guys.
It's been a long day. Sorry, guys. But okay. So I was trying to explain it. I was trying to talk to him about what he thought about the vampire-human relationship between the Caleb and May, but I think it kind of went over his head. Well, that's all right, dude.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't know.
But anyway, well, let me try to explain in a way. I thought the relationship was kind of cheesy. I thought between. Does this remind anyone of another movie that came out like some years ago? What that shitty movie called? Twilight, but not really. It kind of reminds me of that in a way, but not really. I know I'm freaking talking about other stuff, but I thought this movie was, as a Western horror film, as a Western-like horror film, really did what it had to do. I love what Catherine Bigelow how she put together all the movie. The characters themselves were really good. The one character that I liked in this was Bill Paxton's character, Severin. As we talked about before, as we talked about how his character is psychotic, that he's a sick son of a bitch. You know what I mean? As a vampire, but he does play a character, a southern like version of a vampire. You know what I mean? So, but but yeah, I think that this movie was really good. I enjoyed this a lot. I think Lance Henriksen did pretty good as the lead vampire in this movie. Adrian Pastor's character kind of comes off as a he kind of comes off as weird. He kind of comes off as kind of sort of a weird dude and stuff like that, especially when he is with May. Bless you.
Thank you.
And yeah, I kind of thought thought this movie was really good. As I said, I know I keep repeating myself, but I don't know what else to say about this movie. But I felt like that this movie did really good as far as everything else and all that. I love how Bill Paxton's character. I love Lance Henriksen's character really good. That Western vibe that this movie gives you is really, really awesome too. But there's kind of sort of cheesy shit involved with this movie too, in a way. But as far as everything else goes, I give this movie a 9.5 out of 10. There's a lot of stuff in this movie that I love, that I liked, that I thought that was really, really interesting and really, really cool. And what did you think, man?
What you were saying about all those actors are top notch, and they're good with their roles. What they did in this film, I agree. Yes, everything is. You can't have movie actors like this. Trust me, you can't have. Yeah. So I agree with every that. Yeah, great. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, if y'all guys seen this movie, let us know in the comment section down below what y'all guys think of Near Dark. That's gonna be it for now. We're gonna give you a couple more reactions here. We got 3 more reviews to get to, and another and a reaction to get to tonight. So, and that about covers it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Mr. Grimreaper 2 with Dark 997. We'll see you next time on another episode of Rip from the Silverscreen. And I'll see you all in the afterlife. Peace.